So whoever loses this match will not be eliminated, they will go to the loser's bracket. And the run starts with the vault, which is 57 seconds of just messing around, waiting for dialogue. So it's just time to mess about and calm your nerves. Just turn your nerves. It is possible to die in the vault. It has happened a few times in this tourney already. Also, you notice both runners have their own timer, because we're timing with in-game time, not real time. That's because it's a PC game, so different PCs have different load times. So we just cut out load times so that no one has an unfair advantage.
The portal will open in 3, 2, 1. Excellent.
It looked like Elgamer got the better start there, but Remil got into the elevator first.
Particle field across the exit. This aperture science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance,
so
the aperture science.
Oh, Elgamer misses the radio there, right? Remil is going to grab the radio, walk to the edge of the button, and safe load a bunch. So the radio will sort of push him off the trigger of the button, but the game won't realize that it did. So the button will stay pressed down.
Please move quickly to the
it says about 15 seconds. And also you notice they're going backwards as their main movement. Because when Valve decided they wanted to patch bunny hopping, they did it so that when you jump, they check your speed, and when it's too high, they push you backwards. So all we have to do is turn around and go backwards. Without holding S, so the game thinks we're going forward, and we get infinite speed, basically. It's another 20 seconds of waiting here at the start of O2.
Which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Mia's going to do a save glitch here, where he saves and loads while on the edge of a portal. And Elgamer doing the same. This sort of, in layman's terms, separates your camera from your body. Your body stays on one side of the portal and your camera goes... Your camera stays on one side, your body goes to the other. And your body's where your portals are shot from, so you're able to shoot portals from positions that you would otherwise not be able to reach. Well, it looks like they're shooting weird places in the ground and the floor and such, but trust me, these are all pre-planned, carefully planned positions, and they're all in bounds, because this is an inbounds tournament. And as you just saw there, they did another save glitch and just walked straight through the door. Because save glitch messes with the collision massively. You can just do those things, and also in this chamber they do it again, through the portal, go straight through the door.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statements.
There's another dialogue we need to wait for. The elevator doesn't move until the dialogue is finished.
Good job.
So they will just mess around a bit.
As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3.
In this map 06 or 07, there's really no fancy safe glitching you can do. But there are some nice flings. It's the most movement you see in any of the maps.
Please be careful.
Oh, Elgamer trying to go for a swag strat there. ABH into portal, 107. Doesn't get it.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However,
Meanwhile, Remil is doing 08. The block strat is just a sticking out block out of the wall that you can just jump off of.
Please note that we have added a consequence.
In Chamber 9, you can just shoot a portal straight under the door. Normally, you're not supposed to be able to do this, but in this map, you sort of can. If you shoot the portal exactly in the middle of the door, in the center, it will get fizzled when it closes. But if you shoot it a bit off center, it doesn't fizzle. You can just pop on one side, jump out the other.
To inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
I'll go back just enough space there to get through.
Hello again. To reiterate,
oh damn! So close.
In layman's terms,
the door there.
Speedy thing comes out.
The doors in this game have a bit of a ramp on them that you can ramp off of and gain lots of height if you're going fast enough. Go Gamer just about didn't have the speed to get it all the way up. But if you get it right, it takes up to 7 seconds. Now in this chamber they get the upgraded portal gun. So from now on they can go a lot more. You have a lot more options for save glitches. You're already demonstrating this. Just shooting portals everywhere and suddenly they're at the end of the level. We're doing Legacy 13. Both of them do Legacy 13. There is a save glitch, but it saves very little time. It's basically down to personal preference. The save glitch is very easy to mess up as well.
From thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with septic salve and adrenaline. As part of a previous
Chamber 14, fastest chamber. Just a little fling to the end. The devs knew about this as well, but they decided to leave it in. Even in the challenge mode, they made the time challenge to be 10 seconds, so you have to do that.
No further compliance information is required or will. The enrichment center is
two different save glitches coming from the two runners there. On the left, Girl Gamer doing the new save glitch, which is called the early save glitch, and Remil doing the older save glitch, which is called the long save glitch, even though it's shorter. Now it looks kind of like they're in sync, they're neck on neck, but Remil's timer is about 15 seconds ahead of Go Gamer.
The chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course.
Now they were doing a trick called Turret Preserve, where they will do a save glitch to get a portal underneath the elevator, put a turret there, trigger the elevator, like that.
Well done, Android.
And then put a portal under the elevator and then jump in. And that preserves the save glitch onto the next map, and it also has you also have a turret to use. So you can reactivate the save glitch to jump through the glass, grab the turret, and the turret, almost all the turrets from Chamber 16 have the name box, and every button in the game checks for something called box being on it, so you can just use the turret to, you can put the turrets on the buttons and the game will think, yep, that's a box. And you can also use it in the incinerator and the game will think, yep, that's a box. You euthanize your cube.
The experiment is nearing its
so if you're running inbounds, you get to save the companion cube.
To remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Go Gamer not quite doing blind 18.
Well done. Be advised that the next test requires exposure.
Again, Remil with a different strat. There are tons of different strats different save glitches. They're pretty similar, but they use different lineups, different cracks on the wall, or just... yeah. At the end of this chamber, that's also dialogue you have to wait for. Agaragama will do a trick called large angle glitch, because there's an angled surface in this chamber. You can jump into a ceiling portal, you can come out the angled portal, and the game will think that you're stuck, and it will try to get you unstuck so hard that it teleports you twice. Just think of it as a wrong warp. It's basically a wrong warp. Some legacy escape OO. Pretty quick. We're kind of struggling with the second lag there. Which is what we call angle skip.
You're not a good person. You know that, right? Good people don't end up here.
We're also doing legacy EO. There is the safe glitch for this. There's two safe glitches actually, but they can be tricky. Newer Girl Gamer does EO1 safe glitch. One of the longest. And it's very easy to get wrong as well. No cute angle glitch from Girl Gamer. Can't fault him for that. That is a difficult trick.
Well, you found me. Congratulations.
We use a turret to shoot the cores off of GLaDOS. Because all you have to do to GLaDOS is, you know, deal damage, and the turret deals damage. So.
I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for us.
And Girl Gamer is done with a time of 12:09. As Remil is making his way onto the final map now. Struggling a little bit at the end there. Let's see if he does a cute angle glitch. Looks like he does. This is similar to large angle glitch. It's kind of the inverse of that. But it's the same code. We use it to go straight to GLaDOS' chamber, bring a turret, shoot GLaDOS with it, and it's basically the same. Now it's at 12:49 from Remil. That's a point. So we wait for the runners to get ready for their second run. So this is a good opportunity for me to remind you to stay hydrated. Very important. Alright, the runners have been counted down, so now we just wait for stream delay. Oh, it looks like they're a bit out of sync. They started a bit out of sync, so the timers will be out of sync as well. Not that it matters. They will get out of sync anyway with the different load times and stuff.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Remil choosing not to do anything in the vault.
Keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others.
Let me just switch the audio around.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit.
Go Gamer got the better start this time. Let's see if you can manage to grab the radio. No. You'd think he'd make a save or something. Oh, super speedy. ABH there.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood.
When you're going for some S-taps, the extra swag.
But is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grip, which may
You need all those S-taps. You're not a true portal runner if you don't do S-taps in O2.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional babies.
Oh, looks like the timers is synced again.
Remember,
Speed Gaming may have done some magic there.
Workday is the perfect time to have her tested.
Okay, Gamer doesn't get save glitched. Time to save a bit wrong there. Peaks to the end of the chamber.
Welcome to test chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
Getting a save glitch and just walking straight through the door. Oh, everybody falls out of bounds. You have to place another portal there so that you don't fall through the ground, because if you go too far away from the portal you save glitched on, you will lose collision with the ground and with the walls and everything. Go Gamer gets gap jump there, which saves half a second, maybe a second. But it's still cool to see because very few people do it.
Protocol. Our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication.
Well, you can shoot past that fizzler there under the ceiling.
Of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2. Safety is one of many enrichment center goals. The Aperture
Yep, that's the smoothest 6 from Remil right there. Smoothest it's gonna get.
And has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful.
I want to see if Gamer can get his swag 07 strat first try this time. Ah, he's not going for it.
and have therefore been disabled for your safety.
But if you want to see what that chart looks like, if it's done properly, just watch Portal on inbounds. I think they do it there.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with
I wonder if you will see AB to the goo.
an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record.
Yes!
Good luck.
Nice. I knew that was coming.
Please note that any
You can just ABH if you do it just right. If you time it jumps and crouching and stuff and toggle duck and everything just right, you can just ABH over the entire chamber. It's very difficult. Runners will spend hours practicing it, and it takes like 2 seconds.
Hello again. To reiterate,
About 5 seconds apart now.
spectacular. You appear
Remil had enough speed for the launch, but
forward momentum
didn't quite get there.
to be more precise. How it
Go game again, getting a bit of a launch, but not quite high enough. Oh, look at the sync on those guys.
modified so that it can now manufacture two liquid
Oh, Go game actually dies in the goo there to completely restart the chamber.
test protocol. We are pleased
Oh,
to
big trouble there.
an amusing fact. The device
And they're doing the
is more valuable
old
than the
safe
organs
glitch,
and
it seems like.
combines of everyone in
There's a new safe glitch that was found like 2 months ago that Gal Gamer is doing right now. Can be a bit tricky, but you don't have to move around as much, so it is quicker.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take
All the cube rolls off the button there.
could take a very, very long time. If you become
Again, there's a safe glitch for this chamber that
pass out,
skips all the annoying cube manipulation.
to revive you
It's basically personal preference of what you're better at, cube manipulation or safe glitching.
part of a previously
Chamber 14 again, many people forget about this chamber.
all subjects
Earlier today, we saw Connor versus Jonah, both of them forgetting the chamber existed.
must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be. The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and grief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all. Grief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us.
We don't get to see Go Gamer's trademark of 15, Chamber 15 finish there. A bit messy, the ending, the final room of that chamber for both of them. But they got there in the end. Someone in chat says, Bakuman says, I see her, I see. It's not icy anymore, it's Go Gamer, okay?
Testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire core.
Again, doing Turret Preserve. This is probably one of the hardest tricks, or the hardest trick in inbounds, in the whole category. Because there's so many things you have to do so quickly.
Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place.
It's very easy to lose time.
Sent at the first sign of defiance. The vital apparatus vent will deliver a
Go Gamer again doing button safe glitch,
deliver a weighted companion cube in 3.
which is basically the same as what we saw in Chamber 2. But instead of... Oh, that's interesting, on Remil's side the turret clips through the glass.
In 3.
That can happen sometimes.
1.
I don't know how it happens, but it's happened to me before as well.
Did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot
It's probably something to do with how the game handles it when you're holding something and then going through a portal.
quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations.
Because the game thinks when you're holding something, it should always be in front of you, but when you go through a portal before the thing you're holding does, then it tries to teleport it in front of you.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion.
And sometimes that can mess up and go through walls and stuff.
Is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
That's actually used in Jumpless Legacy, which is a meme that no one ever runs,
The next test requires
except like 2 people.
uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under certain conditions. For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center Electrical Safety Seminar.
We'll switch audio over to Girl Game again because he's pulled in the lead. Some smooth EO Legacy strats there. As always, if you're interested in running this game, there are tutorials on YouTube. There's a Google Doc with very in-depth guides. There's also a Discord that you can join.
Searching.
We'll all be happy. We'll be happy to help you.
You know that, right? Good people don't end up here. Can you hear me?
Oh, Galgamer is going for acute angle glitch this time. It's interesting, he's changing up his routes between his runs. Interesting thing about the angle glitches is sometimes you get put in sort of a safe glitch state when the glitch happens, but sometimes you don't. If you look at Remil's screen, he has to reshoot his blue portal, otherwise he would just fall through the ground. I'm gonna say though, Gamer keeps struggling with this, we might see a third game. At this point I think we will see a round 3. What an upset. Yeah, Remil is done with a time of 12:28. I think he needs to shoot the portal a bit further to the right. Maybe. Also, maybe a bit further away.
Well, you found me. Congratulations.
If he had his coordinates on in the top right of the screen, then it would be 10 minus 20. Angle would be 10 minus 20. Looks like he is going for a backup strat now. Is he? Whoa, that's out of bounds. But this is interesting, I've never actually seen anyone do this. It's that isn't a large angle glitch, I believe, that he's doing. That is going out of bounds. That is not allowed. We're gonna have a big thinking emoji on that one. It's not like it matters. He's lost this round anyway. Turret, not really wanting to shoot him.
Well, you
Gets there in the end.
Congratulations.
So we're maybe looking at a 14-20.
Behavior. The only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise. No.
A 14-22 from Girl Gamer. That is a big oof, if you ask me. So we will go to round 3. Tie break. Okay, looks like there might be some technical difficulties. Looks like we're okay to go ahead. Alright, looks like we're going again. Runners have been counted down. Looks like they're actually in sync this time. Excuse the lack of commentary. Some discussion with the speed gaming folks. We're running a bit short on time, so let's hope we get some nice quick runs. Oh, I see he's tapping out, isn't he?
Portal will open in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Please cross the exit. This aperture science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the aperture science...
Go Gamer misses the radio again.
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt aperture science heavy duty super colliding super button. Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock as the effects of prolonged...
You can see the timers are already out of sync. That's because Emil spent about 12 seconds just safe loading. As Go Gamer didn't.
Dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven. Well done. Remember.
Again, excuse the lack of commentary, I'm still talking to the Speak Gaming folks. Because apparently there is another match that's going to start directly after this one.
To test chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
So there will be no interview after this, I believe. And you know, reading in chat, maybe I don't even want to talk to Go Game at the moment. Says he's raging.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. While safety is one of many and the Aperture Science high
Icy keeps tapping out, maybe I have to switch the audio.
Can and has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful.
Romeo. Chamber behind.
Devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high energy pellet. Please note that we have added.
Oh, Go Gamer misses AP triple goo.
Please note that we.
Oh, he's really going for it, isn't he?
Please note that we have added a consequence.
Gets it eventually.
Any kind.
Well, that's actually really impressive. That trick.
Very impressive. Please note that
Still tapping out all the time.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible.
I'm going a bit too fast there. Doing the launch of the button. What we call button launch. We don't actually. I think I will switch audio to Remil, because he is ahead now.
appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Again, only a half door launch. You can see him tilting more every second. Are we having a bit of trouble with the 2-hop?
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture 2 linked portals at once.
Also jumping in the goo, because speedrunners aren't afraid of getting hurt in poisonous, deadly acid. Oh, Abduna says, I see this type quit in the console. Oh dear. Let's hope he doesn't do that.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out.
Smooth 13.
An incubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline. As part of a previous... All subjects intending to handle high-energy thermal-leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will... The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and group counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test.
Belgamer doing quantum crouch strats. You don't really see that in races very often. From here it's a legacy route. Except it's not. Oh, he has a bad save there. Disaster there for Belgamer, can't do his swag strats. I mean, I already know what's coming.
The appropriate chamber for this testing sequence.
It's his trademark move.
It has been replaced with a live...
There he goes.
...designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and...
Meanwhile, Remil is forging ahead.
Well done.
On the famous 16 doing Turret Preserve. Once again.
Android hell is a real place where...
With a quite commanding lead. Seems like about 30 seconds now. Belgamer doesn't get safe glitched, it seems like. You can just see the rage in his every move, every movement, every shot.
2, 1. You did it. The weighted companion...
Oh, look at that, the turret is standing up on the button.
However, it cannot accompany you for the rest of the test, and unfortunately, you euthanized your faithful companion.
And once again, companion cube, not euthanized. They're able to save it. It's not the only way you can save the companion cube in bounds. There's another way that involves doing a vertical angle glitch. To basically skip the entire incinerator thing. But it takes about 2 minutes to do, so it's not viable to do in runs.
To remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Wow, that's out of bounds. That is illegal, you know. He thought I could get away. He thought I could get away with that while I wasn't looking. Uh-oh. I saw it.
Parts that may be dangerous under certain conditions. For more information, please attend an enrichment center electrical safety...
Oh, he's going full out of bounds routes now. Clipping glitch, huh? So if you look on the left side of the screen, you can see out of bounds. That's a big DQ there.
When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex.
I wonder if he's going to do everything out of bounds now, or just if he's just given up completely and forfeiting the match. I don't know. Time will tell. Oh yeah, this is a meme. We're out of bounds in an inbounds tournament. Just don't even play the game. I mean, he probably has no idea that this is going on. Yeah, it looks like Icy is just completely given up. Sorry, not Icy, Girl Gamer. Meanwhile, Remil on his way to escape 00. Or escape 00 as I like to call it. Smooth. Strafes. Quick peeks. The safe glitch for this isn't even that bad, but you know, it's still very new. Yeah. Icy has reset his timer, so. I mean, I've asked him if that's a forfeit. He's not answering me. Cold guy, there is something after this. I don't know exactly what. But Speed Gaming has told me I need to be off air in 3 minutes, so. Yeah, I think we can manage that. Remil's about to finish, so. I'm gonna drop the forfeit on Go Gamer there.
Your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so maybe you could for that, and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. See. You're kidding me.
And that is a 13-13 for Remil. He is done. That is a 2-1 forfeit from Go Gamer. Yep. So we have about 2 minutes until we need to wrap up. Remy, we have about 2 minutes until we need to wrap up, so there's really no time for an interview.
Okay.
Do you have any quick words? How do you feel about that win?
Did I actually...
Yeah.
What happened to Icy?
He gave up. He started doing, like, out of bounds in 18.
Okay.
So.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but Speed Gaming is getting really impatient, so
okay,
I need to end the episode. So, dear viewers, I hope you enjoyed the stream. We enjoyed this Portal 1 inbounds tournament race. I'm just gonna click the episode finish button. So, until then, bye bye.